Hi, how you doing? We're back again for our fourth blog,
number 4.
January 29, 2018. And we were just sitting around thinking about loneliness because we were talking about getting over the holidays and the downer of that last time. And now we're talking about being alone. And my buddy Rick had a thing on
I hate being alone.
Mm-hmm.
I need a companion in my life. I don't do well emotionally. I don't like. I want always something to do, or to have something to do, or to have someone in my life. But at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
I can go into the bathroom, shut the door, turn the lights off, and I'll be perfectly at peace.
Okay, let's not talk about the bathroom time, but I understand what you're saying.
Well,
I do. I was having this conversation about I don't like being alone in the sense of I don't like being with me. See, that's the problem. Is there's a saying that when I'm alone, I'm in bad company.
Right.
I'm outnumbered, actually. So I'm constantly keeping busy. My sister was talking about this. She seemed like you're busy all the time, and I was trying to explain to her because I do like being alone, but because I'm selfish, I want to do things my own way. But I always have people around, so I'm not alone.
Right.
And the difference between that and loneliness too. There's a saying that there's a certain type of person, for example, an alcoholic, who's the only person who wants to be in complete isolation and held at the same time. Now, that's the dilemma, right?
Right.
How do we get past that loneliness and yet still have time for ourselves? Do you have hobbies and things that you like to do on your own?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I keep myself busy. I have a
Right.
job where I'm super busy.
Right.
And I love golfing. I go to the gym. But there's that time where, that's all done.
Right.
And now what?
Yeah,
Now,
and it's the now
Now
what.
am I swiping on Tinder, or am I trying to find just something to hold?
To hold your time. And a lot of people do that. They fulfill their time with social media. Obviously, that's a big deal, right? And that's the big complaint is people are having a hard time connecting because they're on social media. Look, we get together for this, maybe an hour or two a week just to do this. And we were saying how it's, we were kind of talking about being connected and having friends and things like that. Filling your life with things to do and friendships is important, but it's also important to recognize that being alone means getting in touch with who you are and what you're good and not good at. It's okay to be alone. It really is. But I think a lot of people isolate, and that's the difference.
Right.
When I'm alone, I'll maybe text a few people. I'll check out things on the web to stay connected and stuff like that. But this is a process, as all things are. And it's the fear, I think, of being alone, ultimately,
Right.
that keeps us active.
I'm going to die alone.
That's
Find
everyone's big fear, right? Is
Yeah.
to die alone. Nobody wants to
bunch
die
of
alone.
empty
Yeah.
orange juice cartons and
I think building relationships but showing interest in other people is as important as showing interest in ourselves.
right.
Working on ourselves is vital to maintaining healthy relationships outside of ourselves. I was just saying the other day, I'm sitting there watching TV, got a big old burrito to eat, and then I'm walking around the house fixing things. And sometimes I get angry because it's what I want to do all the time. It's the balance.
Right.
It's taking maybe an hour or two a day. They're kind of like vacations. Like little vacations that we can do ourselves. We get to know ourselves. Maybe going to lunch on our own.
Right.
I don't know. I know a lot of people don't like doing that, eating alone. I don't mind it.
Right.
I
go in the movies.
Go in the movies alone.
When I go to the
It's
movies with someone, I don't talk.
Yeah.
I might sleep,
Yeah.
but I don't talk to them. So I go by myself and sleep. And
Yeah.
That's fine.
So I think it's recognizing that the feeling of being alone is different from the loneliness, and knowing that you have people in your life that you can connect to will get you out of that. It's
Are you talking about like my 580 Facebook friends?
no, I'm not talking about those because those are friends.
Yeah,
and
I
those are
never see
important.
them.
And maybe
but-
we should use that as another topic too, as friends, in which we might talk about later. But right now it's about getting out of being alone and being okay with that. It takes practice. Meditation is helpful because you can sit for a minute or so and just think about the ways that you can be useful to other people. I truly believe that our purpose in life is to help other people.
Right.
And when I'm thinking about other people, even when I'm alone, I am not lonely because I'm thinking of what I can bring to the table rather than what I can take from it.
Right.
And that might be helpful too. It is a selfish endeavor to sit there in the bathroom by yourself and just go, oh, I'm all by myself. But to be in isolation and want to be held at the same time, you have to have other people around.
Right.
So maybe as a future exercise, when we're alone or I'm alone, I'm going to try and think of you and how I can be helpful to you, which is a full-time job. Taking care of this guy, that's his full-time job, and just trying to be there for you is tricky too. But we can do that, and Thank God there are other people available. There are other avenues that you can go to, and it's just as easy as just getting out of the house and walking around your neighborhood. I mean, how many people know their neighbors? You know, I was in the Northridge earthquake, and that was the one time that all our neighbors banded together. For about a month, we were like having parties, block parties. Everyone knew each other. Within a month, it was all gone. And I don't see a lot of those people anymore because I moved.
Right.
This is the process in life, is to recognize there will be moments where you are alone and moments where you have people. But if you're thinking about other people and what you can bring rather than what you can take, I think that will help loneliness a lot.
Right. Well, like I do every morning, is I ask God how to be useful, and at night I say thank you.
Amen. That's good. And me too. And I know connectedness to God helps too. You know, having God in your life is vital. But the real thing to remember that is even God in his infinite wisdom said that in the Bible, if you believe this stuff, and I just tend to use it as a book of wisdom, is that it's not good for man to be alone. And so he created a partner. But most of us find our most important relationships relationships in our partners, and then we build from that. So yeah, in the morning, asking, you know, the universe, for me it's God, to say, how can I be of helpful to other people? And it will set your momentum for the day.
Right.
And then when you are alone, maybe opportunities will come so you won't be so lonely.
Right. All right. There you go.
Little thoughts.
Don't
Thanks
be
a lot.
alone. Think of others first. Share, like, pass it on. We'll see you next time.